Yeah, it was a high workload, so we gave the guys Monday, Tuesday off just to get away from each other. It's also we're living in each other's back pocket 24 hours a day, so it's good to have a little bit of separation when we can. And now hopefully we're locked on for tomorrow night.
Not that they looked like it in that the third game, but to Howard, Rice and Mitch after, they looked like they had pretty sore bodies for a while.
Yeah, well, you're talking about two warriors out there, aren't you? That Mitch copped that really good hit against Brisbane with his neck, so it was really, didn't know if he was going to play or not, but he responded to treatment, and the same with Bryce, that he was pretty hampered with the corky and the ankle, so we're talking about two tough characters, and they just soldiered on, so yeah, hats off to them.
I know the bigger picture is the NBL Championship and the top two and top four, etc. But now that you're so close with this NBL Cup, how much?
I heard how much, but that's you cut out.
Sorry, just how much do you talk about now the chance to win this NBL Cup?
Well, we haven't talked about it at all. All we're talking about is New Zealand, Friday night's game. On the horizon for us is to get back to the RAC Arena, and that's how we came in here and wanted to come out with a winning record, and we want to go now with some momentum to get back home. So we're just locked into New Zealand, and that's all we're worried about.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll go to Chatters today next.
Yeah, good day, Trav. Just wanted to ask you, how do you feel the squad is gelling, that they've been together for a while now, and it's a very new look squad? How have you seen that development in that sense?
About who? Sorry, I didn't get the first part.
Just in terms of the squad in general, it's a very new look team. How do you find that they've been gelling?
Yeah, really good. The last, year 7, 8, 9 now. We're getting in 12 games in, so we're starting to get some rhythm and understand where shots are coming from, making the extra pass. But I've been really pleased with our defence intent last game. I thought we were pretty lax against Brisbane, and we were able to make that adjustment against a really good offensive team in the Hawks. So again, it'll be tested, and hopefully we keep on improving that way. But we're understanding our roles. We're starting to get to a little bit of cohesion and synergy on the floor, which is always a good part of growing as a team.
And what have you made of New Zealand so far this season?
Look, we prepared well for them because we were going to play them in Perth at the early this season, and they couldn't make the flight because they were, under protocols and sick. So that game got cancelled. So I haven't really watched anything more until now. So, they've been banged up with a few injuries, but I can tell you this one thing, that anywhere that New Zealand and Perth are on the ladder really doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. The games are always hotly contested with a rich history that we have against the Breakers, and I expect this to be much the same on Friday night.
Yeah, it is a pretty rich history there. Given that there's so many different players, is it hard to carry? Is it hard to carry that history forward, or do you kind of remind the players this is one of our arch rivals that have had a great history against?
Yeah, it's the reminder. Corey Webster's been there. Abercrombie's been there, and we've probably got Jesse that was well and truly here before I was with Perth. So it's a great history that we got, and it's something that we look forward to the challenge every year.
Cool, thanks for that.
Right, we'll throw to Tom from ABC.
Hey, Trev, just wondering, what benefit does the players like Bryce and Mitch get when you've got such a big lead going into the final quarter of a game like you get against the Hawks, and you can let them sort of sit out large chunks of the last quarter? Does that let them recharge more for games coming up, and is that part of the game management plan?
It was pretty much how the flow of the game's going. We want to play our top guys as much as possible in different scenarios so they understand, and it's still a growth pattern with a lot of new players, and just that last game we gave an opportunity for the young guys to get out there, and as soon as we can expose the younger guys to the elite competition of the quickness and the toughness at the top level, that's going to help us down the track if we do need them later on in the year. It's really priceless to give them that experience. So we had an opportunity to do that in the fourth quarter, and you're talking about two guys that rock up every day, practice really hard, and one of our two hardest workers on the court. So anytime that we can rest those guys up, I will.
Has this format, this sort of almost rolling, feels like a rolling fixture just about, has it provided a sort of unique player management challenge for the clubs, do you think?
Yeah, well, being in one spot, especially with us, there's so much travel involved from Perth that normally we're travelling every weekend. So you take that out of the equation and you're just here in one spot playing games. I think we got week 6 now, or week 7 that we've been away from our families in Perth. So we want to leave this in a really good, upbeat, good memory for us to have for later on the year to call on and get back home as soon as we can. But yeah, it's been good for our team morale, building our unity and our camaraderie while we're over here in Victoria.
Excellent, thanks, mate.
And Craig from the West.
Andrew, where do you reckon you're better at the moment as a result of doing all of this? You're a different team to previous years. You've improved throughout the entire NBL Cup. What specific part of the way you're playing are you most happy with from an improvement perspective? Yeah,
well, it's the growth. You always got to grow. You don't put a team together and say that's a championship level team. It's how you grow together, and the team that grows the most and learns the most and adapts the most is usually the team that comes out being successful. And we've been very fortunate to do that over a number of years, and this is a team that's still got a lot of growth in it. We're certainly on that path, and that's something that we want to continue is to get to a stage where we are improving every game, and certainly on that journey.
You mentioned the young guys before. The growth that we're seeing from them, is that where the most improvement will come from for the rest of the team? Do you feel that what they can become this year? Yeah,
well, it's just understanding their roles, especially the young kids who have been playing in junior sport. They're probably the star of their team, and they're playing, 40 minutes out of 40. To come in now as a professional athlete, you got to earn your keep. It's when you get out there, you got to take advantage. There's no easy plays out there, and it's a part of that maturation of a professional player from a rookie to getting to that stage, and also now to be consistent every time, so you're not up and down like a yo-yo. So yeah, it's a process that you got to go through, and the young guys are doing well out of it.
You've had some themes for the players in recent weeks and thrown some different challenges at them, some stories and things like that. When you give them 2 days off and now they're so close to the end of being able to go home, that's where we've seen other sports teams sort of drop one here and there. What have you spoken about the importance of staying focused, not thinking about family and getting back after this week specifically?
Yeah, it's always, it's good to have a finish line instead of just coming, you don't know what you're doing from week to week. So we've enjoyed this moment. We get to play basketball, something we love doing, and we get to play a lot of games in a short amount of time, which is fantastic. And now we want to head home with the right momentum. We're playing at a good level now. It's up to us to stay at that level, and if not, keep improving. And that's a challenge for every team, to keep improving throughout the season. So that's where our challenge lies in front of us.